Hello everyone, my name is Shauri Katakada. As a part of the CSCI-E-90 project, I have built a system to harvest malicious URLs for further research and analysis. Let's take a look at the project overview. As a part of the project, I wanted to build a scalable system to capture malicious URLs from internet and other open source feed and make them available for further research. As a part of the part 1, capturing content from the open source feed happens through a ETL process that's running on the cloud platform on the AWS Lambda functions. That'll do the capturing process. It'll transform the information and save the URLs to a database. This is a automated scheduled process that is put up on cron job through EventBridge, and it'll generate logs as needed. Coming to the part 2, we have a REST service with 2 endpoints to help query the system. The first one is check URL. Clients or users can query this endpoint to check if a given URL is a good URL or a bad URL. Likewise, we have check domain. This helps query the system just with the domain value instead of using full-blown URL. Let's take a look at the system design. For the part 1, the Lambda function acts as the ETL tool. The EventBridge invokes the Lambda function at regular intervals, and the Lambda function would reach out to the internet to capture all the data from the open source feeds, transform the information, and load that data to the database. For the part 2, the clients or the users will reach out to the system through AWS load balancer, and all the requests will be delegated to the EC2 machine, and the endpoints check URL or check domain will execute as per the client's request, and the endpoints will reach out to the database to get the information, and the JSON response is returned back to the clients. Let's take a look at the results. As a part of the check URL endpoint, as you can see, the endpoint takes in the base 64 value of the URL that we wanted to look for, and the results will come back in JSON format. The JSON output would have is_malicious value that'll tell us if the URL is a good URL or a bad URL. Likewise, we have check domain endpoint that'll take in the base 64 value of just the domain name, and we will have the same is_malicious value to check if the given URL is a good URL or a bad URL. The check domain endpoint can also be used to query the system to look for all the URLs that are associated with a given domain. For example, in this case, the domain i-d+-app.info has multiple URLs associated with it, and all are bad URLs. That concludes the summary. If you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you.